Hi, this is Tweek. It's the last episode of Season 2 for us here on Tweeks with Tweek, and today we're going to make a musical cube. Join us. Supplies you'll need for this project are: you'll need some paper boxes. I ordered 3 by 3 inch white paper boxes. You will need an 18-note Sanyo wind-up music box. You'll need some glue, some assorted buttons and beads to augment your cube, a scissors, a pencil, and your choice of decorative craft cardstock paper. So let's begin. This is our final project of this season, and next season we're going to do something a little extra fun. We're going to give away one of our projects, something that I'm going to make here on the show, so stay tuned for that. That will happen in January of 2022. So for today's project, I need a box. This is one of those 3-inch white boxes. This box could be used for a variety of purposes. I'm going to use it by first of all taking it apart, and there's a seam on it. Find the seam, and I'm going to put my finger in there and very gently just separate the two pieces of paper. I've tried doing this with a knife and I just massacre it, so I'm just using my finger. And you do lose some of the paper on that seam, but since I'm going to glue it back together, all is good. It's going to work out. So we have this box flattened out. Now I want to take this and choose a piece of decorative paper to glue to it. And let's see what we have got here. All kinds of, I've been very busy working on Christmas cubes, and these are just so beautiful. You pick the paper, you pick the song, put it together, and you have a lovely gift. So let's see what we've got here. I wanted to swing more towards kids, because we're coming away from the holidays and we're going into spring. And I wanted to, oh my gosh, the choices you have. I wanted to get some, oh, here we go. I wanted something bright for a little kid. So I'm going to use this paper to cover my box. So let's pull him out, set the others aside. I'm going to flip this over. It's a 12 by 12 piece, I believe, and I don't really care how it shows up on the box. As long as the color's there, I'm good. I'm going to take this piece that I flattened out, and I'm going to just lay it down. I try to get over to one side with it, so I have a little more over here. Let's see. Make sure I've got the right side going on too. Okay, here we go. So I have this longer side out to this side of the paper. I come up close. Now this paper is a little short, so I'm going to leave off the flap that's going to get glued. I'm going to leave that off the paper. If you have paper that's bigger, the whole piece will fit. But this will work, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to buddy up that seam up on the top edge, and you see the whole piece fits. Instead of trying to outline all that, I'm just going to start gluing it. So my hot glue gun is fired up. Do not put glue where the seams are, where the folds are, because that'll just make things very much more difficult. So I'm going to follow the line here. Get over your glue gun. And I'm just going to follow. There's a bit of a line there, square here, and I'm kind of moving along because the glue does dry fast. And I'm just kind of following the shape of each little section. And then I'm going to flip it down and hold it and let it adhere. Okay. Now I'm going to do the next spot. Come back this way. See, so far, that's what we've got. Now, I've got lines to follow, so I'm just going to start cutting. I'm going to cut all the edges out. You could use an X-Acto knife, but I'm going to go with the scissors. Okay, I've got two, a little one for the tight spots, and a sharper one for the rest. So, here we go. We're going to cut. pull a little bit off this edge here. When this all fits together, I want it to fit tightly, snugly. There we go. Okay, so now we have our pattern is on the box. I want to save some of this for the inside of the box, so don't throw all your scrappy pieces away, or save out the bigger ones. There's a couple there. I'll see what fits. And get rid of the scraps. And move on to our next part where we put the box together. That's a matter of refolding where you fold it. So now I have to remember how these things go together. This is the bottom, these little guys here. So as you can see, as you fold it up, see, that's what's going to happen. This part here's got to get glued. And there's the bottom. Fits into itself, and there's the top. Okay, these guys fit in there. And I know that the last guy holds them all together. So these guys tuck in there, little notches. And then this part here tucks into that slot there. And we've got it. Wow, that went way easier than I thought it would. Yay! Okay, got our cube together that far. Now I'm going to line up this piece here, and I'm going to glue those two back together. Got enough glue here, so I'm just going to lay a bit of glue. And then I'm going to use the cube to match it all up evenly as I can. Don't want a big old seam, and I don't want it to be off. My square will no longer be a square. And then I flip it over after a second and just press in on that seam on the inside so I can get those two pieces tightly together. Now I'm turning this into a music cube, but right away you could see there's so many different ways you could use these boxes. For parties, for bridal shower gifts, for food you could even. So to make that inside look prettier, I'm going to take a piece of this paper and I'm just going to rough cut. See, I'm going to use that line there, cut a little bit off there, and then cut a little here. So I'm just going to cut this to land it on the inside, so when you look inside, it's pretty, even though you're really not going to see inside of this. But I'm going to just do this because I want to. Here we go. And it's going to fit inside. See how pretty that's going to be? Take it back out. I've got to put some glue in there to hold it in place. That also helps to hold the whole box together in the bottom there. I'm going to pull this out. And I'm just going to lay some glue in there. And you are not going to come apart anymore, the little pieces. It's like one of those crazy puzzles to put these boxes together. And even though you won't see it for this musical cube project, that's what we have so far. There's the inside. It's sturdy. Let's make it musical. This might seem a little bit different, but this is how I do it. This is a Sanyo 18-note wind-up music box. I love these. You can get all kinds of music boxes, dozens of tunes, a bunch of different prices. These go from $4 to $8 a piece, depending on what you want, what time of year. The holiday tunes are really big deal right now. But this one is for a little kid. It's called This Old Man. It's an old nursery rhyme. And I'm going to take off the key that's in the back. And I'm just going to set it inside the box, towards the back. And I'm just going to put pressure on it. Just hold it down so it makes a dent. I'll show you in the paper. And that's where I know where to poke my hole. So there's a dent in there from this key screw that's in there. So I made the dent in the paper, and now I'm going to take my trusty meat thermometer. I think it's because it feels good in my hand. It gives me something to hang on to. But just push. This is too small for the size I need, which is good. But I'm just going to poke a hole through there. See? Very simple. Now, you see some of the paper sticking out of that hole? I'm going to take the key and come back through, and that pushes the paper back through and cleans up the spot. So I'm just going to wiggle the key around that spot. Here's my spot. There it is. And just push it through. All cleaned up. See how it's hanging in there? Now all I need to do is put the box back in the spot that it was in. You can kind of just look in there, set the music box down, look for that little turn key and the screw to meet up, start putting them together. Now there is some leeway here. Okay, that's tight up. You can see there's some give and play. The box is going to move, so I want to secure that. If you go to turn it, the whole box is going to tip. So I'm going to add just a little bit of glue, just a titch, because I might want to use that music box again. So just a little bit of glue, enough just to hold it in place in this box. And I'm going to push the two boxes flush together. And now it's going to stay. And when you go to turn the key to use it, it all stays. It won't flop around. It's going to be in there. And now we say goodbye, music box, because we're turning you into a music cube. Okay, I'm just going to put these down, flap this down. Now, you could push it in and be done. I would like to do a little more than that. I'd like to decorate this. And since this is the This Old Man tune for a little kid, and it's going to be a baby. See what you've got here? I'm going to decorate the front by, first of all, gluing this top down. Now, if you really wanted to get to that music box again, this is very inexpensive decorative paper and box, so you don't feel real badly about tearing this apart if you want to reuse the music box, because those are the piece that are a little more expensive that you'd want to hang on to if you wanted to redo. And see how pretty that is. You could shellac this, you could add anything you want to it. It's all secure. I would like to add just a little bit of ornamentation there. And here again, to decorate the boxes, you could use buttons. Do you want to put a little horse button there? You could use old earrings if you have a design that's an old-fashioned design. I'm going to go with a real simple bee for a baby. And this is just a plastic bead. Actually, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if that's colorful enough. Let's try yellow. What other colors do we have here? There's a red. Ooh, you just go by what you like. I even have pink here. What if it was a little girl baby? Okay, white is actually pretty dramatic too. See? So to me, it's either, I can winnow out no purple. I don't want teal. I don't want black. It's either going to be red. No. Blue. I think blue is going to win. Blue or green. Or you could write B-A-B-Y on there. B-A, yeah, okay. We're going to go with blue. Blue wins. So what I'm going to do is just put some glue on here and put it together. And put the bee there. Are you going to stay there, bee? And this kind of keeps it closed too. If you didn't shut it, somebody could get into there and get the music box out. And I'm thinking of little people with little fingers. They might want to get in there. So here we've got a cute little musical cube. Show you some of the other ones I did. This one, I love it. They all have different tunes. So you could match whatever event you're going to. Get the box made. I love this one. Plays Silver Bells. That's my favorite. So that one's going to stay with me. And the others will probably get given away or given to a little guy I know who loves Oh Christmas Tree. So here we go. A beautiful little musical cube ready to play. Great gift idea. So if you like what you've seen here today, give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to ring the bell so you know when another episode of Tweaks with Tweek is coming along, and that will be in a few weeks in January of 2022, when we're going to have a little fun by giving some stuff away that we're making here on the show. Maybe this will be one of those things. See you again.